For Wall Street Media, this is Tyler. That's Doug. We're going to give you a bunch of information that you can't find anywhere else and help you make money. We were at the RBC conference where a lot of interesting stuff was happening. We were just telling you a bunch. If you click on the clip, which is right over
somewhere
over there, I think you can find that. We were up to the CO2 panel. CO2, where are the opportunities? And I'll just.
Now you said you were interested in this one.
Yeah, I'm interested in this more in the scientific terms. They were talking about it more in regulation terms and greenhouse gas terms and how we're gonna take care of that stuff. But yeah, I was reading about technologies in the space station while they were talking a little bit and what they're doing with CO2 in the space station. Yeah, it's all really interesting stuff. But who was there? We had Andrzej Zgluski. He's the EVP and COO of the AES Corporation. Their ticker's AES. They did the real quick 5-minute overview. He was talking about the fact that there's a lot that can be done to reduce greenhouse gases in the U.S., and it's very likely after the elections that we're going to see some legislation brought in to reduce greenhouse gases. But not till then, because the current administration is moving out, and they're not interested in really doing anything right now.
I think McCain will be moving in. I don't think he's going to be all that worried about it either.
Yeah. And then we had where'd he go? Where's the other guy? Did I not write it down?
You might not have.
I think I did.
Reliant Energy?
Yeah, Reliant Energy, and I didn't write down his name.
You're a very nice kid, Tom.
You watch your mouth. How did I do that? That's insane.
This is usually when you're at the conference sending these, right? Let me get I go, wait a second, I just heard 14 companies. How do I have 6 notes? Tyler's over there.
This must have...
You must have been outside smoking your less than $8 cigarettes.
I don't know what happened. You nut. The panel was talking about the use of allowances, carbon credits that can be applied to achieving lower carbon emissions. And in terms of regulation, they were thinking that the most efficient system would be decided by the market. You know, like if the price increases are passed on to the end energy user, me and you, then we would turn off our lights before we leave.
This is all just nonsense. You know, Americans are so soft, right, that they're going to cut back on this and walk 15 blocks or ride folding bicycles, and they're not really doing that anyhow. But they'll act like they are, right?
I actually do that.
And they're driving around in their hybrids that get 30 miles to the gallon. You know, 25 years ago, Volkswagen had Rabbits out that got 40 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
You know, they just want to show the hybrid, so they show they're being politically correct. And then in the meantime, you know, we're selling 1 million new cars, or they're selling 1 million new cars every month in China, and there's no regulation, right? And all of the other companies, you know, they're burning down the Amazon forest, right?
Yeah.
And killing the trees that are taking the greenhouse gases that exist in the meantime. So you buying your folding bicycle, you know, didn't really help a whole hell of a lot. I think something will happen.
Yeah.
But I think in the end, it's kind of silly.
Well, really, they were talking more in the longer term. So in the long term, they thought it would be more. It would help diminish greenhouse gases by penalizing the end user as opposed to giving
in the U.S. Well, you've got Russia, India, China, Vietnam, everybody else with the factories pouring out and they're burning down the Amazon on all the trees.
But in the U.S. is what they were focusing on.
I understand.
Right, okay.
But I'm just saying it's more of a feel-good thing, I think, than an actual, we reduce greenhouse gases thing.
Right, but they went on to say that.
I see the footage every day in the news from China. And they have smog alerts, and you know.
Oh yeah, everybody that's going over there for the Olympics.
See the rising crowd, and they have masks on, and they're going to have the athletes not flying until the day before, so their lungs don't get soiled by the air.
Unbelievable. So, and take your own food and water.
But we're talking about greenhouse gases, right? And they're still into this environment, selling another 1 million cars a month, right? So, you know, worry about your folding bicycle and pat yourself on the back.
Right. They went on to say, though, that the conservation hasn't taken off in a regulated environment because the incentives aren't there. They said the guy made the case, if 20% of the people change their behavior, the other 80% pay for it. So what, what's the point?
That is the truth. That's the truth with all of it.
So that was them. And the next one we had was emerging growth opportunities number 2. First one was yesterday. Here we had Bill Daugherty, the chairman, president, and CEO of NGAS Resources. Their ticker's NGAS.
They have a beautiful chart, Ty.
Yeah, I didn't.
Gosh,
see it.
when
Let's
we
take a
did them
peek.
earlier this year, look at this. Here in March, it looks like at the end of March they were
Wow.
down $4.51
Oh wow!
a share, and today they closed at $9.10 a share.
Wow.
And I remember hearing them earlier and thinking, this is a smart guy.
Huh. So we had them. We had NGAS. He was describing how the company's using horizontal drilling technologies to increase their production and output in the eastern U.S. And then we also had Bob Phaneuf, the VP of Corporate Development for RAM Energy. Their ticker's RAME. And he was talking, he discussed 2 wells that they're currently drilling in South Texas and 3 wells they completed in Q108 with 3 in the works in the Barnett Shale. And really, they both took a bit longer. It was just the 2 of them there. They took a good chunk of time to really talk about their company.
Mm-hmm.
And the exact wells they're drilling. They pull out maps. They're like, see this map? And
It's
then right
neat,
here,
right?
we're drilling this one.
It's cool. I love these guys. I really do. These guys are entrepreneurs, and they're out there rolling the dice and signing deals. You know, they don't know what's going to be underneath, what they'll find. They don't know what gas prices are going to be. I love these guys.
Yeah, it's fun though because these are emerging growth opportunities, right? Like the panel saying, and that's why they get so each well for them is a big thing,
sure.
which is fantastic, and that's why they show the big map and
It's cool. They're excited.
See this one right here, this one's cool. We really like this one. It gives us like an extra 10,000 barrels a day.
It's
Like,
awesome.
that's
I love
fun.
that spirit. You know, that's one of my favorite things about business.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
and I heard this guy earlier this year, doggone it, Tyler, and I didn't buy them. I'm not very smart.
No, we'll have to remedy that somehow. I don't really know how. Last panel we had today was the growing natural gas resource basins.
These guys are great.
Yeah, these are the ones
I
that
love
you've been
these
talking
guys.
about
I
since I
love
walked
these
in
guys, man.
here. Let's see, who did we have? We had Quicksilver Resources, Glenn Darden, the CEO. Their ticker's KWK. Quick.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice. He was talking about horizontal drilling, and which has opened up new opportunities, and they're working on 2 new locations in Texas and 1 in BC. And we had Tom Ward, the chairman, president, and CEO of Sandridge Energy. Their ticker's SD. He stated that going forward, the company will look for new locations to drill at very low finding costs. This was edited. This was edited. There were more there.
Okay.
I'm not. This isn't funny.
Well, we like you very much.
No.
Tyler.
This got edited. And
You did.
but I emailed them to someone, and they got put onto the network.
Were you
and
nice
then,
to German, Mike, or were you mean to them?
This was edited.
Did you say bad things about Germany?
Go back over to
He's
it.
got you in pig Latin, doesn't he?
This isn't funny. Not here. Go to the RBC.
Here we are.
thing. We also had
Sandridge, Penn,
right.
Virginia. Penn, Virginia, you know, I really like him. He came up and said, when he started off, because they do the panels, you know, but first each one talks about the company.
Yeah.
And he starts off with, oh boy, look, I'm the only one here who brought notes, right? He says, I guess everyone else is smarter than me, or they really know what they're talking about.
They all
they must really know what they're talking about. And I thought, what a cool guy.
Yeah, it was late in the day. It was, late in the day. It's 3:30. And the other guys stayed in their seats with their lavaliers, and they presented from there. And he actually was like, I brought notes here. And he actually got up and went to the podium, and he did his presentation.
Neat guy, right?
Yeah, it was great.
I love that stuff.
This is the one that, like I said earlier, they were talking about commodity prices staying higher.
Yeah.
And that's, good thing. And they were talking about how they don't foresee a point in the industry where they're going to move to decreased drilling no matter. All right, they're no matter the price of oil, they're not going to decrease drilling for as far out as they can see. This is what is another thing that they were talking about in there.
I heard that in 1980. I heard it in 70. I love these guys. I love them. I'm sure it's different this time.
Yeah.
it's like semiconductors. It's always different this time. You know. Now here's one from there, Ty. Sandridge Energy, the ticker's SD. Their CEO just bought 230,000 more shares at $57 a share, right? Last week, right?
All right.
Yeah. These are. I'm not very smart.
No.
We'll have to have one of the smart guys take a look. I said, You run an $8 billion company and you just bought another, $10 million worth of shares. Fantastic, right? Anyway, that's us. Interesting stuff. And we'll have Stevens coming up.
Stevens tomorrow. Jeffrey's there on the week.
Yeah, we'll have some more stuff.
Absolutely. Click on the feedback button. Clean tech.
Go to the other side.
Yeah,
right?
A little bit. Click on the feedback button. Let us know what you're buying, why you're buying it, and let us know about any of these companies we mentioned today, what you think. And WSMCO.com is where you can find us every day. Thanks a lot.